This is a great book. This How Do Flies Walk Upside Down? It has lots of questions and answers like how many insects live in your backyard? If you dig up 1 square mile of land, you'll find more than 5.5 billion insects. Cool facts.
Here is the book with the factoid in it, Insect Detective. It says there are more insects living in the world than all other animals put together, about 200 million insects for every single person.
Wow.
Yep.
Cool.
Good job.
Unless we've had a huge population increase.
Okay, this is the craft center, and this is the craft itch. Basically what you're doing is you're taking, I meant to bring my bag to show you, so. You're taking paper and you're tearing it into pieces, and we're making a bug out of it. That's pretty much. So, but before they do that, some will have this center first, so they won't have done any of the anatomy, and the idea of this center is to reinforce the anatomy of the insects. So in here are little insect body parts handed out, also color illustrated, so to explain the parts of bugs or insect. And then also there are books in here with all kinds of pictures of bugs to inspire. The idea is that the kids should go for it and be imaginative and create their own bug. But if they are struggling, they're welcome to borrow ideas or just do a ladybug if they're very struggling. Whatever works for the kid is great. But the intention is that that it have a head and an abdomen and the thorax and 6 segmented legs and antennas. So there's also in here handouts, or not handouts, but cards that show you how to draw an insect. So those might be helpful as well. Or if the kid breezes through tearing up the paper and everything, then they could draw one too. There's glue. If it starts to run low on glue, so someone would be great if you would email me, because I'm happy to order more glue. It shouldn't run low on color paper. There's only 2 that have multicolors though. So a suggestion might be that beforehand you cut and or tear these into smaller pieces so that there's not tons of waste and tons of it falling on the floor or whatever.
Is there a Ziploc bag, so like if we have leftovers, we can just put them in a baggie and save them for the next class?
I'll put some in there, that's a great idea.
We can use a gallon bag and just make all the
Yeah, so, does this make sense, how the kids will do this? Does anybody have any questions on just all I did was just piece pieces of paper together.
Do you think that'd be hard for the little guys?
My kindergartner did it. His was not. His was kind of small, and I ripped the pieces of paper up for him. So that, for the younger grades, might be a good idea to ahead of time rip some pieces of paper up. My 2nd grader got frustrated in that when I did that he didn't have the shapes and the angles that he wanted. So then he did some of his own. So a mix there was good. So.
We're like, wow, she even had time to try this out on her own.
Well, I wanted to know if it would work or not, or if I was just.
Those are kids of an art teacher, though. They're all that are different.
Yeah.
No, my second grader, he climbs trees. He doesn't listen to his mom.
So as we covered in Center 1 and 3, again, you can make sure they all have a head, thorax, and abdomen, drive those points home, 6 legs. Those are the kinds of things that we're hoping that they do with their craft. Of course, we're budding artists, and they're going to be all crazy colors and stuff, but if you could just try and get them to bring those points home, that's what we're hoping to accomplish. And this might be a good one too if it's too cold out, or I don't know, if it's nice outside. You could combine Center 3 with this, is all I'm trying to say. And have some of those insects from the shoebox in there, or if you're gonna throw something out.
And you can sing the insect song.
Sing it.
And we don't mind if you mix and match any centers, anything that you think goes well together, mix and match as long as when you're done, they get back in the correct bin. Yep, we're fine with it, yep.
You know, my only other thought is if they're putting it on black or brown paper, we might want like a white crayon to put their name on the black construction paper, maybe just toss a few white crayons.
I got a list going, I'll write it down.
Or a
And then
silver
also-
Sharpie, or I don't know, something.
Yeah,
you
something.
can put
Yeah,
their name
that's
on.
what I did, I used
Yeah.
those colors.
And I was also thinking with the older kids, you could have them label it. If
Yeah.
you're gonna use the white crayon, have them label the body parts with a little line.